Not done. Oh, sorry. This
I'm
is
Allie.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Greenville, South Carolina. Sorry. There's a Greenville in Texas. Yeah. So we did the basic enclosed here. One of the things that we emphasize with this is this connection here on the back. This is like one of the most important things you want to convey. Is that my hand here, I'm keeping it pressed against Allie's back, using these bigger muscles here in my back. Of course, I'm using my arms too, but that's secondary. I want to use these big muscles because it allows me to relax more. Things should always come from the core and dancing.
I should feel enough of a connection here that I can't like step back freely without meeting any kind of resistance.
Yeah, just a little bit. This allows me to like open up into side by side, or like we're going to do the turn here in a minute. It allows me to position her away from me so that we can do the turn and things like that. We don't ever want to push down too hard with this arm when we're enclosed.
Nope.
There are times when that's important for certain moves, but
it would only be very briefly.
Yeah.
And very specific times.
Right, certain moves. So this arm here is we definitely have connection here, but we're not pressing against each other, pulling down too much.
We are each holding up our own arms.
Yeah, just a little bit of connection there. Our rhythm for it is slow, slow, quick, quick, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you'll notice, unlike Balboa and Lindy Hop, our pulse comes from our ankles.
And it's up.
And we're always on the balls of our feet, right? So we call it an up pulse. That can be kind of confusing sometimes because pulse for any dance goes up and down.
It's a slow, slow, quick, quick rhythm.
Right.
We still maintain our pulse throughout every beat of the music.
Yep.
We do that with the slows by maintaining a lilt.
Part of the lilt is this slide on the floor with the foot. You notice we're not just doing this where we're letting the pulse come all the way through our body straight up, right? We're actually doing a little bit of a slide with each step. That slide happens on the 2 and the 4. And in Shag, we emphasize 2 and 4, just like clapping to jazz music.
Follow, so step on your right foot first, lead, just step on your left.
All right, now the basic arch turn looks like this. It happens in 5/6, which is a little different already. Quick, quick. And I am turning Allie I am leading the turn with my right hand, not with the Shag arm up here. Although this one, it's important for keeping the connection.
Yep. It's kind of like this one's guiding the turn, but this one is what tells me
The turn's
that I'm going to turn.
And we both move apart from each other equally during this. Yeah.
Always try to turn in place as much as you can and keep your feet under you. Keeps you closer to your partner, and it's also safer.
All right, cool. And then side by side basic. We have a basic enclosed. We've also got one in side by side. So on any given quick, we can decide to move like this. Our connection is the same as it was on the back, but it's migrated over here to the side. It's kind of like on this corner over here. So there's a box around Allie's head. It'd be this corner that I'm connecting with, like right here. Not necessarily all the way wrapped around. You can do that, but the connection point's like right here.
Low enough to be out of the danger zone.
Right.
Follows, you want to give your lead a little bit of weight here.
Right.
And drape your arm over the back of your shoulder. Can be on top, especially if you're close to the same height, but you don't ever want to use this to pull down, and you don't want to clamp
Right, that breaks
this
this
way.
connection.
Yep.
Yeah. We're moving forward in this. It's just a good idea to always move forward because later it becomes a lead and follow device. And you'll notice our footwork has changed. The timing is the same, but the footwork style is kick, kick, quick, quick. Step, kick, step, kick.
We still have a scoop with our base leg. Yep.
And then, is that it for the first class? I think so.
Side by side, yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
And then the second class we went over.
Oh, we want to close up the side by
Right.
side as well.
Oh yeah, sorry. So we use a 5/6 to get into it, and slow. Slow, quick, quick, use a 5/6, or quick, quick to get out of it. Just like opening and closing a book. All I'm doing here is opening up from close like this,
Yep.
right? My elbow is the hinge, and then closing it back up to get out.
And because my weight is in his hand, when he moves that arm, it doesn't just move by itself, I go with it.
Right, connection to magnet-like. There is a little bit more tone in our connection in Collegiate Shag than there would be in Lindy Hop and Balboa because we are on the balls of our feet the whole time. All right, so second class
That was
was
class
breaks. Another occasion in which this connection on the back is really, really important.
Yep.
We're going to lift up and drop down a little bit lower. Lift up a little higher and drop down a little lower than we normally would.
One thing I forgot to mention when we're covering basic closed position is that our feet are staggered with shark's teeth or zipper teeth.
Oh, right, yeah. And notice
For the brakes, there are two different ways I know this is coming. One, on the 5-6, the lead takes the opportunity to square us up.
Yeah. So
And
now
then-
we're toe to toe.
Yep.
Right?
And then there's an obvious level change.
Yeah.
A big up and down. Like you said, a sine wave. The sine wave's kind of steady, but then a big change.
It goes higher and then lower than it normally would.
Yep.
And we want it to be a continuous motion. We don't want to like hit the bottom and stop. That's bad for the knees. It doesn't look good.
Yep. We don't have to go too low to make this look pretty. You want to keep your shoulders over your hips, over your knees. You're basically bending that base
Sitting
leg
into it.
and then putting your leg out behind you. It's not a big dramatic lunge. It's just a back, back.
Yeah. Leads, you want to make sure to point your feet. This is the only time in the dance that we do that. That's so we don't kick our partner in the shins. Cool. And to get out of it, you're basically just going to move into whatever sort of coordinated motion you would normally do in the next move. So like for basic, I would just go back into that lilt.
Yep.
Right.
Back into the lilt and then staggering your body positions again as well.
Yeah. Then we went back into, after this, we went back into side-by-side position and covered cross kicks, butler turns, and collegiate kicks.
Yep.
So cross kicks, how earlier we talked about more in side-by-side, we're always moving forward.
Right.
Cross kicks is a move, so we're going to stop that forward motion to do this movement. This kind of has an elliptical, it's got oscillation movement here to it, and there's some stretch involved, a lot of moving parts.
Our footwork stays the same, but we're pointing our toes in different directions.
Kicking our toes, yeah.
Quick kick is, or kick. Quick is crossed.
And our planted foot is sliding. In the case of the 3-4, sometimes it just twists. And if you are shorter than your partner, you might find that it's not really that necessary for you to slide.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely for us taller folks.
The lead is kind of hinging at their elbow to open this up, but they're also turning their shoulders back at the same time. So you're basically forming V's with each other.
Out and quick. Just slide with each one of those. It's kind of hard to slide when you're doing.
If you slide, it keeps your weight under you, and you're not stepping too far away from your partner.
Yeah. Now we did the butler turn. We just added that turn to this. So back up here, move it along. We do cross kicks. Then we use that momentum from that movement to create a turn. I'm just going to take this normal sort of like Lindy hand hold here, switch it to where we're palm to palm, and then she gets a turn. It's kind of like a tuck turn. It's like a mixture between our arch turn and closed position, which is not a tuck turn, and side by side, which creates a tuck turn.
Leads, your cross kicks will get a little smaller when you're leading this butler turn. Follows, you're still doing the same thing, except when you get here, your momentum's being stopped by this hand, and then your turn comes from that hand
Again,
behind you.
I'm leading with this hand, but she's getting a lot of the oomph for this turn from the fact that I've got the arm.
Just because I built momentum here, and then it changes direction. Still got the energy, it's just going a different way now.
Okay, collegiate kicks. We're going to plant our feet on the outside. We're going to plant our outside leg, do 2 kicks, plant our inside leg and do 2 kicks. Switch it back up here.
Yep. The hinge is still the same here.
Yeah.
Where our shoulders are going, like we're forming that V again.
And just like cross kicks, we're moving along in our basic and side by side. And one of the things that tells her this is happening is that we stop our forward motion so that we can do these kicks here.
We do pike a little bit, bring our shoulders forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
To come out of it, we're just going to go forward again.
It's one of the few moves in collegiate shag where you won't scoot, but you still want to maintain that pulse in your base leg.
And the next thing we did was, that's it. That was it for class 2. And then for class 3, pass by turns. This is really more of an exercise just to illustrate the difference between Lindy Hop as a language and Collegiate Shag as a language. So when we're in open position here, just do double hand hold as an example. You notice that our arms are pretty flat. That's because I'm using these muscles back here, latissimus dorsi, I know that's the wrong pronunciation. Those muscles are the ones that are giving me the connection that I need here. So we've got just a tiny bit of pull here. And Lindy Hop, you really wouldn't need that because you're flat-footed most of the time in the dance. So, your pulse goes down like this, and goes down a little bit after the beat. Shag, we don't do that, so, to do this actual move, slow, quick, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So I'm actually doing the turn on the slows. You can do it on the quicks too, but we did it with the slows. So, quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Follows your footwork there kind of turns into what you're doing in side by side. you're giving yourself a little bit of forward momentum.
Quick, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And then we come back together. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. You're just making a window for the follow to go
Yes,
through.
you want to make sure you step out of your follow's way and move your arm to where she doesn't clothesline herself.
We also worked on making sure that you go from closed into open and then back into closed again. Shag dancers generally didn't just hang out in open position all the time. That was more of a Lindy Hop thing. So then when we moved on to sliding doors, right? So this one we went from side by side into the movement and came out into closed. Slow, slow, quick, 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 slow, slow, quick, 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 quick. We kind of cross our feet over or behind ourselves to make it easier to make this movement. And then,
which direction you're traveling.
to come out of it, I just, once I get on her right side, I just break right here at the hand and come toward her, with a regular basic movement.
Follows, this is the way you'll learn real quick whether or not you are clamping to her here.
Yeah, because I can't do the move if you're clamping.
When he opens it up on the 5, you should be able to
Step back.
just bring your arm right over his
And then
6.
There you go this way. So we've got that, that connection here on the side.
Right.
I'm actually going to let her out a little bit as I step back.
Yep.
That's exaggerated, but so that will give me the spring that I need to get her to go this direction.
Right.
And after that, it's all stretch.
Yep.
All right, final move, camel hops. So closed position, slow, slow, quick, quick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are doing this, it's a 4-count move. I'm going to change our pulse in such a way that it's kind of got like a low-high feeling. So we go low and then high, but we use the weight in our body, but through our hips to redirect that energy so it doesn't just come straight through our head and smooths it out a little bit.
Right.
Our hips manage to make this a little bit smoother so our head's not bouncing a whole lot while we're doing this movement. Yeah, because if we did that, it would just come straight through like this and that.
Yeah.
It's not very graceful and it wastes a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then to get out of it, we just wait until we get to a 3-4, and then we drift back together just in a basic.
Yep.
This is gonna have more tone in it, just like collegiate kicks, than say doing a regular basic. Regular basic's got a neutral amount of tone, which is still higher than Lindy Hop, but it's more relaxed, right, than collegiate kicks or camel hops. So she's gonna know when we're gonna come out of it because I get to the end here and then I just drop that tone back to neutral and do a basic toward her.
Our forearms stay pretty flat with each other when we're in this
Yeah.
connection, and so we make room for each other by kind of moving our elbows out. We don't let our elbows go past our rib cage.
Right, we don't do this.
Yep.
Because that means we're gonna get too close to each other.
Yep, or you're gonna strain something
Yeah.
in here.
Cool, and that
Okay.
is it.
That's
Thank you
it.
very much.